Hey, PJ here. So now you know the basics, which I call the nitty. Now we can move on to what to do about it, which I call the gritty. But first I want to explain a few things so we completely understand the problem before we get into the gritty, the solution on how to solve it. Keep in mind here that you should never feel successful with this workout while you're doing the workout. You should feel successful outside with your life and how you feel and the differences and the fitness improvements and the strength improvements and the heart and the lungs and the vitality and all those things that go along with this incredible workout. But while you're doing the workout itself, you shouldn't feel successful because you're always going to be failing. With traditional training, you get to a certain point where it's like, oh, I can do this exercise now. I feel successful. I remember back when I couldn't do this exercise. Well, with this type of training, you never be able to do the exercise because you're always pushing to the point of complete muscle fatigue where you feel like you have failed. That's the whole point. So if your whole workout feels like you really sucked and you didn't do a very good job because you couldn't complete anything, that's a great workout. I know it's counterintuitive and it's backward thinking from traditional training, but this is where results come from. This is what we've proven really works. Traditional training was invented a long time ago, in 1891 in fact, and it's very outdated. With these new methods, designed from current research in exercise science, we know how to get results fast. But it requires a paradigm shift, a completely different way of thinking, and it's a new concept that you're going to have to wrap your brain around in order to completely understand it and completely take advantage of it. Another concept that's easy to understand is that because you're giving 100%, obviously you're getting stronger. So right now, 100% is right here. As you get stronger, 100% is up here. You're able to put more into the workout and you can get more out of the workout. And you keep putting 100% in, you always feel like you're failing. You may not even feel like you're even getting anywhere, but you're getting stronger in the workout, and you see that outside of the workout. Without understanding these concepts, here's your typical workout motivation if it were charted on a graph. It starts out great, everybody's really excited, wow, this is awesome, this is really cool, I can't believe this is so different, I'm really feeling it. And you stay that way for a little while, but then the pain-pleasure starts to change and it starts to dip, and then you feel, well, now about here it's leveled out, and about here the pain is actually outweighing the pleasure. But some people keep going in spite of it because intuitively they know it's worth it, and so then they get finally down to this bottom point. Well, the people that hang in there and keep going through it end up coming back up because of the results that they're seeing, and so then their motivation starts increasing again, and here they come back up out of that valley until pretty soon they've passed up their original motivation level when they started, and now it's even higher, and it just keeps going higher and higher. Now you don't have to go through that dip, that valley. You don't have to experience that, and that's what this video is all about, is to give you some tools so you can actually avoid that valley. So with these tools you're about to learn, your workout motivation graph would look something like this. Starts out great, all excited, this is awesome, and then it starts to dip a little bit, but you're learning these tools and you start to use the tools. Pretty soon you're so good at the tools and it doesn't take that much time, it doesn't take that much effort, it levels off. And you're like, yeah, you know, I understand, I'm okay with this. Then it peaks up a little bit, and then it goes down a little bit, and then it comes back up a little bit, and you kind of do this thing as you learn until pretty soon it just takes off and you get that ending motivation from the last graph that I was talking about without having to go through that deep valley. Now I want to give you a solution for when you're working out, when the pain gets to the point where it's just, you think it's unbearable, you just can't possibly go on, and you feel like you've hit a mental wall. We need to get into those thoughts of pain in that cycle. It's basically just a pattern. So to get out of it and to keep going is just to break that pattern. So we'll go through these little tricks one at a time. The first thing is to think of the color blue. What that does is it takes you into your right brain. Great, because most of the pain centers for most people are in their left brain. So it's taking the energy away from there into the right brain, and it breaks your pattern. The second nifty little trick is to do some dexterity things with your left hand. If you're using an upper body machine, try it with your left foot. Wiggle your toes around. Try wiggling certain toes and not others. Whatever it takes, use that left hand or that left foot So you switch yourself again into your right brain and break your pattern. A third great easy technique is just to change your posture. Most people cheat or use bad form when they get to this point where they're feeling panicky. And so that's a reminder. Correct. Redo your posture. Just changing your posture can be powerful enough to completely change the state you're in. Another easy technique is just to change the words that you're using. Certain words are going to be going through your mind at this point. So change these words to positive words. I can, or yes, or anything affirmative that's going to keep you going, or thinking about your results, using words for that, picturing the words, even saying the words out loud. Another one is to think about what you appreciate about this workout. This is great that it takes so little time. The results are amazing. I'm feeling so much stronger now. This workout makes me feel like I've really done something. So there's actually ways to get around this, to fix it so you can keep going. Because this is key. Results usually happen just on the other side of giving up. The body wants to stay the way it is. So it's going to do everything possible to stay the way it is and stay efficient. Because change takes energy. So it would rather not do that. So if it feels like it's just about to change, it's going to do everything it can to make you stop. And so that point when you feel the most like stopping is the point where you need to push through the most using these techniques. So you keep going, you change the balance of that scale, and now it's more pleasure than pain. Then you're forever getting results and forever saving time, and now you've got permanent, lasting fitness.